Hey, what's poppin'? What it is, though? Realest one, peace, blessings, blessings, peace. Have y'all ever heard, which I'm sure some of y'all, if not all, that old expression, the loudest person in the room is the weakest person in the room. The weakest person in the room is the loudest person in the room. Now, does it necessarily mean that they're just weak minded mentally, emotionally, and physically every single time? I'm sure others have their opinions, but from my own personal experience, my 30 something years of being on this earth, watching situations play out over time, it sure enough has been proven to be true more times than none that that loudest person out of the pack, out of the bunch, this disrespectful, rude, they have this nasty spirit about themselves. They're ignorant. They are just straight ignorant. Ain't no beating around the bush about it. It reminds me of the phrase I came up with that some people only understand ignorance as a language. Meaning when dealing with them, you might not be able to be polite. You might not be able to be respectful. You might not be able to be courteous. You might not even be able to walk away because they feel like they can cross that line that one time. They gonna jump over that motherfucker the second time. They only understand ignorance. You gotta shut they ass down. Sometimes it is necessary. I did a video on bullies just a little bit back. One thing I forgot to say in that video is the most obvious thing. We was always taught, hey, when you stand up to a bully, all that shit go out the window, fam. Give that motherfucker a taste of their own medicine. Treat them how they've been treating other people. See if it don't make a difference. Huh? Let's see what they hitting for after that. And it's like an arrogance thing. It's like they put themselves on a pedestal, right? It's like they put themselves on a pedestal. They feel like they can talk to, treat, and there's habitual line crosses, right? And they feel like they can do it with anybody at any given time at will. And they look at you like you crazy, like you done lost your mind. It's like, how dare you give me a dose of my own medicine? How dare you give me the same energy? How dare you give me the same treatment? It's almost like they've lost touch of reality. And I, for one, I know ultimately in life we were all taught to be nice, respectful, to be the bigger person if we can, to walk away, to be reasonable. But some motherfuckers out here you just can't do that with, fam. I don't think there's anything wrong with a little tune up of the attitude every once in a while with certain people, man or woman. Bring that ass back to reality. Remind them that there's consequences and repercussions of your actions. I ain't talking about just stomp somebody out or just beat the shit out of somebody. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying give them that same energy. Return the sender. Give them a reminder. If you feel disrespected by a person the first time, it's like, okay, maybe they didn't mean anything by it. They do it the second time, then it's like, um, is that a coincidence or what? But then, I mean, you gonna let it get to the third time? I'm all for being the bigger person. I'm all for letting the energy of the universe handle situations. But sometimes you got to return it to sender personally. You hear me? I feel like it's okay to remind some people, certain people, man or woman, that if you want to be treated a certain way, if you want to be treated like a king or a queen, then you have to give out that same energy. It's simple. We all were taught to get respect, you give respect. To give respect, if you want to be given respect, you know what I'm saying? Damn. You know what I'm saying? If you want respect, you give it. The same energy you want, you give it. You manifest it, you release it into the world. You treat people how the fuck you want to be treated, or at least you try your best. But one thing you don't do is the complete opposite by disrespecting someone purposely because you felt like you felt like you could get away with it because you felt like you're entitled to it. Stop thinking that y'all can run over people. Stop thinking that you can treat people how you want to, treat people in a way that you don't want to be treated. Because the fact of the matter, fam, y'all can't handle it when we give it back to y'all. Like, it's like you get shocked It's like you're shocked and appalled when you get a taste of that back. You know, in the movies and TV shows, when a person is asleep or knocked out, they dash water in their face, they slap them across the face, like, wake up, wake your bitch ass up. That's what that is. We're doing them a favor sometimes. Bring their ass back to reality. Yes, be the bigger person if you can. Handle it respectfully. Handle it without, how some people say, without stooping down to that person's level. I am with all of that and I respect all of that. But you cannot tell me that certain people in this world are not in need of a good attitude adjustment. The loudest person in the room. Expose their ass. You're not everything you claim to be. You claim to be so big and bad and tough. Touch on their insecurities. Make their ass cry for once. Embarrass them. Violate their ass. See what the reaction is. Bring out those emotions because it's probably an insecurity issue anyway, whether man or woman. You never know what a person is dealing with inside. And people tend to take that out on other people. But that's not how you go about it. Because when you overstep those boundaries with certain people, you might be biting off more than your ass can chew. I feel like it is okay every once in a while to give it back to them 10 times over. Show them that you made a big mistake. Not only did you bite off more than you can chew, you bit off more than you can chew, swallowed more than you can chew, and shit it out more than you can chew. Return the sender. Who you talking to like that? Go sit your ass in the corner somewhere, put on that damn pointy hat. You crazy? Some people you just can't be nice to, man. And usually it's the loudest person in the room. Attitude adjustment. Because check this out. If you don't do it or the next person doesn't do it, somebody's going to do it at some point. Maybe they didn't get that attitude adjustment as a kid. Everybody goes through shit in life, but you don't take out your shit on other people. Remind their ass that, listen, I'm going through some shit too, but I ain't going around here talking crazy to people just because I feel like I can. You done lost your rabbit ass mind. You done lost your rabbit ass mind. For that, I'm hunting rabbits. Let me show you made a mistake. Let me help you so that you can talk to the next person more respectfully, so that you can treat people with more respect from this point going forward. Enlighten their ass. As big and as bad as they made themselves look, as tough and as much as you treated this person and that person, all the rude, ignorant behavior towards other people, feeling like you could just do whatever, handle people, violate, disrespect, cross lines with other people. When we do it to them, it shows that they're really weak. It shows they never were about any of that at all. They just needed that simple reminder. So give them a dose of that. Bring them back to reality and expose that weakness, man. I don't think that makes you any less or any worse of a person. Nobody's untouchable. Nobody is exempt. But for whatever reason or another, the loudest person out of the pack seems to think that they were. So remind them. Get that ass an attitude adjustment. Realest one, I'm out.